Hey guys, how's it going? And welcome back. I did it again. I originally bought this Fender guitar back in July of this year because I wanted a piece of junk so that I could, go outside, play in the front deck, sunlight. Who cares if it warps? Yeah, I got a fire pit in the backyard. Next time we have a fire, I could burn it. You know what I mean? It's just I don't want to take one of my precious Taylors outside and subject it to the hot summer heat and direct sunlight. And so you got to have a junker or two guitar in your collection. Even though it's a brand new guitar, it's fine because it's under $300. So what do I care, right? And I didn't care about having a pickup in it because it's just for playing outside anyways, or maybe even by the campfire would be great, right? So I don't remember even why I even parted with this thing now, but I do so many off and on things a lot at Long and McQuaid. I mean, I've owned the Katana Mark 100 watt at least twice, 3 rounds on the Mark II for the 100 watt, 2 or 3 times at least for the Mark II 50 watt. You get in the picture here. It's kind of like I get a little flaky sometimes. It's like, oh, and then I think about it later and it's like, darn, maybe I should have kept that, and then I'll buy it back. And that does tend to happen. Well, today I was in there, I was actually looking possibly at getting a Strat that was $130, and it's already black, so it would match my 40th anniversary telly for the black part, because they don't make the 40th anniversary telly in black. They do burgundy, which is fine. I like it just great. It's fantastic. But I don't have, $780 to put out for that Strat. It's enough I got the telly, and I gave up my Gibson Les Paul to get that one. But so that became an idea where, well, by the time I get it modified to look like a 40th, even though it wouldn't truly be one, that's like $500 out, right? And so that, well, for another, $280, I can just own the real deal. But no money for that right now. And so I thought, all right, well, what else can I do? So I thought, well, they still had this thing, and it hasn't been back at the shop actually for very long since I had returned it. And so I got a good deal getting it back, which was great. I mean, hey, I couldn't say no. And so I got it back today, and I put a set of Elixir strings on it, something that I wouldn't do before. I figured, well, if it's a junker guitar, it really doesn't deserve good strings. But I thought, I want to try Elixirs. I want to see what they're like. And so I'm going to play a little bit for you guys, and you can compare against my original review video on this thing, because, I mean, the review won't change. Whatever I said about it, you can check that video out. I'll pop the link in the video description below so you can have a quick comparison flick and go thing. So that's not going to change at all, right? But what has changed is the sound difference, and that's because of these Elixir strings. And these are 1253 Elixir Nano Web phosphorus bronze coated. So they're not the 80-20 mix or anything. I hate those strings, even from Elixirs. They're just horrible. But the phosphorus bronze are better. Anyways, here we go. I think this thing just gained a whole lot more respect. The Elixir strings really make a huge impact on the tone of this thing. It just sounds so much better. Even the bass response out of a concert-sized body, like But if you're a tone wood believer, which you guys know by now, I am definitely not, other than, of course, the top, right? This is mahogany back and sides, it's mahogany neck, and it is a spruce top. So I can't remember, I think they're called Dura tone coated strings that Fender usually supplies with these things. And they don't last long for a coated string. I mean, they just are really ugh. And I actually, for the time I had this since July, I think I changed the strings like 3 times on the bloody thing. And I'm like, those are horrible strings. Now, I only had the original duo, whatever they call them, the factory strings. And then I had 2 other sets of D'Addario I tried out on this. Because like I said, I wasn't willing to spend $24 on a set of elixirs for this thing. And yeah, but even the D'Addarios, they just didn't last. And I buy D'Addario phosphorus bronze. I just don't buy the coated ones. But yeah, these are the Elixir NanoWebs are just like superior. They just add so much nicer tone. So, like I said, I stand by my original review. Now, granted, this is considered by Fender to be a beginner guitar, but also great for, more mature players, right? So above beginner, maybe intermediate players, right? Or getting into the intermediate stage. Still a wonderful guitar for that. And priced well. For under $300, left-handed or right-handed, same price, for same model. I think they're really nice guitars. They do work well, and but no electronics is one thing that you have to understand. It doesn't come with it, but you can get a sound hole pickup, or you can have electronics professionally installed, or if you know how to do that yourself, or you have the courage to do it yourself, because it is a one-shot deal. So it's kind of like measure 400 times, go take a break, come back, measure a few more times, and then start making your cuts extremely careful with a Dremel with a cutting blade on it. And be very careful, because if you skip the blade, you're yanked at that point. You're going to do some damage. So, but I've done enough of them that if I ever do decide to put a pickup in this thing, whatever, who cares, but I'll actually do a permanent install with a nice preamp for it. I've actually been looking up some Fishman ones tonight and a few other off-brand ones, and I got to look more in depth into the off-brands, but Fishman I trust, right? But it's kind of like, do I want to spend that much extra money? Because Fishman ones aren't cheap. But yes, I did it again. I bought something back that I've had before, and I'm quite happy that I did, actually. I was going to actually even think about buying another right-handed acoustic, because my wife had turned in her Mitchell electric acoustic, and I thought, well, hey, that's already got it, but it's right-handed. But then I thought, wait a second. I already have like 3 right-handed guitars. Like, how many do I need? And one of them happens to be a Taylor GS Mini, so why would I want to even have that Mitchell? Not that there's anything wrong with the Mitchell guitar. It's a fantastic, great beginner grade guitar and everything. Sick low action. They are nice, and they are very good for the money because they're really cheap. But I have the GS Mini, so I thought, well, can't have too many left-handed guitars, that's for darn sure. And I still needed, a guitar for the upcoming spring and summer, and I figured, well, I might as well buy this back, and I got it for a good deal to get it back, so why not? You know what I mean? So, if you're interested in a guitar like this, the particular model, left or right-handed, I'll put the Long McQuaid link down below too, but the main link I want you to look at first is the review of this, and you can compare the sound of this guitar from original strings that came with it to the NanoWebs. You'll have a good comparison there, hopefully. As always, good headphones really help, or good earbuds hooked up to your device, or reference monitors, or really, really good computer speakers, so you get really good quality sound, because YouTube does compress our stuff, so you need the good stuff to hear proper sound. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you on the next one. See ya.